Good evening, Zooks, and welcome to an interview with the company. Today we have Social Chain with us. I'm at the office. What a beautiful office you have here, Jake.
Thank you.
So Jake, let's begin. How are you today?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
I'm great, thank you too. So, Social Chain. Tell me more about Social Chain, Jake.
So, Social Chain is a social first marketing agency. So we were formed 4 years ago when one of our co-founders ran out of toilet paper and tweeted something funny about it. And that kind of spurred him to create this network called Student Problems, which you may have heard of, which is now the world's biggest student community. And that was initially our product offering, was giving advertisers access to these communities which had mass followings. From there, we've kind of shifted our product offering, and now we're a full service agency, working with the likes of Apple, Amazon, fashion brands. Like, we have some of the top 100 brands in the world on our roster, so big companies. But in terms of what we actually do, so we do social first advertising for millennials, Gen Zs, and beyond. In a summary.
Your role in Social Chain is to do a lot with creativity.
Yes.
Would you like to explain to the audience what your role is?
Yeah, so I work on the creative team, so there's 4 of us. My specific role is creative storytelling and brand lead. So,
A mouthful.
Yeah, it's a big mouthful. To put it succinctly, I'm the brand guardian. I make sure that our creative concept works with the brand, and make sure that we tell the story authentically and in a way that engages with audiences, because we know on social, if we don't engage people, they're not going to care about it. We are desensitized to this kind of advertising, so our job is to kind of cut through and make a positive impact on people's lives.
Fantastic. Very creative. What drives the inspiration to creativity?
I take inspiration from everything. So if you're a creative person, you'll know this, and I have a design background as well. You can never turn it off. I'm constantly thinking about creativity. I take inspiration everywhere I look. On the way into work, I'm looking at shop signs and thinking, that's terrible, that could be better. Like, I'm constantly just taking in the whole environment. Obviously I do a lot of reading, keep up to date on design trends and like the advertising industry as a whole. So yeah, everywhere, there's inspiration everywhere.
Every single employee in your office is major talents. Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
How has talent helped you stand out in front of the market?
I think for us, we're very careful who we hire. We have a really strong culture at Social Chain. We are a family, and I know a lot of companies say that, but it actually is true.
They even have an actual family tree on the wall.
We have a family tree. We have dogs. Amazing.
We've got dogs.
But during the hiring process, we don't really care too much about your education. Obviously we care about your experience, but it's really more about who you are as a person and whether you're going to fit in our culture. And we're a really friendly bunch. It's not difficult to do, but I definitely say the thing that sets us apart is we're not ego driven. I work with the most talented people in the industry, and it's amazing to just work next to them and take in everything that they kind of give out, and it's great to learn and build, because nobody here is necessarily from a traditional agency, so we're kind of all just making it up as we go along, but it's serving us pretty well.
Yeah, you guys are fantastic. You've expanded so far, haven't you?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What locations are you in?
So Manchester is our headquarters, so that's where we started. We have an office in London, New York, Berlin and Munich.
Wow, amazing. Any advice you may want to give to future graphic designers?
I would say if you're doing a degree, I would focus a lot of energy on actually being able to write up ideas and be able to explain ideas to people. At the end of the day, anybody can be taught the technical skills of graphic design. You can teach anybody how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, and things like that. But what you can't teach people is how to think creatively. And so that is your unique skill, and that is what employees are going to look for. So work on that, work on being able to come up with creative concepts, whether you're going to execute them or not, and learn how to write them down and explain them to people, because if you work in any creative industry, you're going to have to do that quite a lot.
Fantastic. So, what inspired you to But what inspired you to actually work in this creative field?
Advertising wasn't initially an area I was going to look into. So in my degree, I focused a lot on editorial design, which led me to an internship at Social Chain, which is initially just creating the pitch decks. So I was just designing the work of other people, which was one of our USPs at the time. We made these beautiful presentations, still do.
Yes.
But as I was creating these, I'd start reading them naturally. So I'd be reading the information and I'd pick up things. I'd learn about influencer marketing, strategy, and all these different areas that I would never normally, see and understand. And so over the course of a year and a half of doing that, I actually did have a big repertoire of this information. I understood how the industry worked, and I started to attend. So we have these things called creative meetings, and anybody in the company can come to them. So we get a brief in, we digest the brief, and then we host a creative. So to come up with a solution, and anybody from finance to human resources can come to those meetings, because everybody's creative. That's a fundamental requirement to work at Social Chain. And so through going to those meetings and kind of contributing to them, I kind of found this hidden passion for coming up with creative advertising concepts, and kind of just snowballed from there. And last year I kind of made the plunge and made that aspect of my job the full-time aspect of my job, and we created the creative team off the back of that, and I've been looking back since.
Fantastic. So the most creative project, why is it that you did as a brand?
Most creative? We do quite a lot of stuff. I love stunts. I think stunts are really funny. They're always crazy on the day, it's always really stressful, but then when you're actually in the moment doing it, it's just the most fun. So we did a couple last year, but my favourite was when we did the Simply Be. So it's ladies fashion wear, and we basically had Fashion Week in February. We kind of stole the show. So we went to Fashion Week on the Strand and basically got tons of beautiful plus size models, and they stripped down to their lingerie. We had Hayley Hasselhoff, so these were all influencer models. And they had placards, which were basically, it was based on a statistic that 90% of catwalk models are, they just basically don't represent the breadth of body sizes, body shapes. And so we were trying to draw attention to this through Simply Be. And so we basically celebrated the shapes of these women, and it just got all the attention on the day. We literally turned up. We had these custom jackets made as well, which were spray painted by this incredible female graffiti artist. And so we got them unloaded off the bus, and then as soon as it did, it was just paparazzi everywhere. And then we replicated the same stunt in Oxford Circus. So we literally shut down Oxford Circus, 4 lanes of traffic, and it was just amazing. And the response that we got from the public, the press, everybody was just incredible.
So amazing.
And then our US team replicated the stunt in New York last year as well, in Times Square, which did equally as well. So really, really fun stunt.
Fantastic.
Shutterstock Music.
I don't know, I think for me, really, Social Chain is a very unique place, and that you can do whatever you're interested in, and they don't place any restrictions based on age or anything like that. So for example, our group, so essentially group director of video, is 19, and he's an absolute powerhouse of talent. He's absolutely incredible. I watch him work and I'm just like, you're insane. And if it wasn't so nice, you'd resent him. But for me, it's being able to own this role. So obviously creative storytelling brand lead. I would not get this position at any other agency that's got these traditional views. So to be able to have such an authoritative input on creative and really own that, it's really refreshing, and it's a really unique thing to Social Chain to give somebody at my age, I'm only 22, that kind of power and authority, which is
amazing.
Not how we see it, but it is really refreshing.
Age is merely a number, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Final question which I have for you. Who is your biggest inspiration in your life? You work really hard, but you must have some sort of inspiration somewhere.
So in terms of a personal inspiration, my mum, on bringing it back to family. Just throughout her entire life, she's had to deal with a lot of stuff, and she's always persevered and just kept the family together and stuff like that. So she is a real solid rock in my life, and I speak to her every single day. I think about some people I have a very close relationship with my mum and my dad. And I think professionally, I don't like to idolise people, just because I think if you idolise people, you end up going down their route and end up copying what they're doing. But I definitely draw inspiration from loads of design thinkers around the world, writers and things like that. Johnny Ive is a great inspiration to me. I think what he managed to achieve with Apple and making design a focus of that company. But yeah, there's tons of different inspirations.
Fantastic, Jake. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you very much.
No, thanks for having me.
That's it, guys. We hope to see you guys again soon, and do keep your eyes out for our next interview with the company. Have a good night. Bye.